Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital News YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Trina was getting some work done at the gallery when she caught sight of her doe figure, and she allowed about her weekend with Spencer. Just also, Spencer arrived with coffee for them. He informed her that Laura was back in city, and he streamlined her on the hunt for Nicholas. Spencer decided that he did not want Nicholas to return, as Nicholas would throw off the entire routine that he, Esmond, and Ace had going. He believed that Ace was better off without Nicholas' influence. "But you are fine with Esmond's?" Trina asked. Spencer figured that the question was inapplicable, since Esmond was Ace's mama, but Trina reminded him of all the effects Esmond had done to them. Spencer pledged that he'd no way forgive Esmond, but he conceded that she had been a good mama. Trina believed that them playing house was a dream come true for Esmond, but Spencer promised that Esmond was no trouble to them. Trina just wanted Spencer to suppose about his and their future, since their relationship was more serious. Laura arrived at Valentine's, and he went right into his enterprises about Charlotte. Laura was in unbelief until he told her about the security footage showing Charlotte breaking into Anna's room. He bared that he also believed Charlotte had been responsible for Anna's house fire. Valentine could only suppose that Charlotte begrudged the time he would spend with Anna rather of her. Laura realized that Victor could have had commodity to do with it, and Valentine agreed that Victor had weaponized Charlotte while she would been at boarding academy. Laura told him that they demanded to get Charlotte out from under Victor's influence. At the sanitarium, TV complimented Portia on being the Medco chief of staff. He abominated to give her bad news on her first day in the new position, but he informed her that Cyrus had been released from captivity. Maxie and Felicia entered a conference room at the sanitarium and sat down with the breakfast Maxie had gotten for them. Maxie talked about how proud she was of her mama for starting a new career. She talked about the recent problems at Deception and about the agreement, which included replacing Sasha as the face of Deception. Maxie did not condemn Sasha for wanting to start over away, but she'd miss her friend. She reflected that Brooke Lynn had formerly ruined everything and that their fellowship was over. "It does not have to be," Felicia said, and she reminded Maxie that she would also make miscalculations. She prompted Maxie to forgive Brooke Lynn and to tell Sasha not to leave. Anna arrived at the Metro Court Eatery and approached Jordan's table. She asked to move to a further private or retired table, as the one Jordan was at was too out in the open. When they'd been moved to a different table, Jordan assured Anna that she understood why Anna was on edge. Anna wondered if Jordan would go back to being manager since Laura was back. Jordan admitted that she was torn, as she allowed that she could serve Port Charles more in the mayor's office. She said the study of working with Laura full-time was appealing, but there was nothing like getting your hands dirty on a case. Just also, Portia arrived and incontinently tore into Jordan for not advising her that Cyrus had been released from Pentonville. And many twinkles latterly, Jordan was on the phone, demanding to know why nothing had been informed of Cyrus' release. When she ended the call, she reported that he would been released because of difficulty because of his heart attack. Portia blustered that he would just exploited the justice system. Jordan believed he'd stay down from Portia and her family, as he wouldn't want to peril his release or his expedience of a conciliation with Laura. At the sanitarium, Finn banged into Elizabeth and thanked her for getting Gregory to Cedar Kramer, as Gregory really liked the croaker. He also apologized for canceling the regale plans the night ahead, and he'd assured Elizabeth that Violet was feeling much better. He proposed spending the weekend together because a friend of his had offered up his cabin in the mountains. "Let's go," Elizabeth agreed. A happy Finn excused himself to get to surgery, and he left. Elizabeth called her grandmother and asked her to watch the boys that weekend. She was glad to hear that her grandmother really liked Finn because she liked him a lot too. Before getting ready for his surgery, Finn called Chase to ask him to watch Violet that weekend, and he told his family about the trip with Elizabeth. Latterly, Finn set up TJ and asked to push back a discussion that they'd listed for that weekend. TJ noticed how happy Finn had been, and he hoped that it continued. Finn asked about the surrogacy, and TJ happily reported that he and Molly were agitated for the first ultrasound. Gregory entered Alexis' office, and she was diligently working on her notes so she could do her part to help free Drew. She asked if he was ready for battle, but he did not realize he'd be there with her while she canvassed Judge Kim. She claimed that she demanded her co-counsel to adulation him up, so that she could go in for the kill with the exploration, and he agreed. Just also, her phone chimed, and she learned that the judge had arrived. She explained to Gregory that she companioned Judge Kim to her office, and it was showtime. A many twinkles latterly, Alexis led Judge Kim into her office and introduced Gregory. She explained that he'd an expansive background in journalism, as well as experience in writing about the bar system. Gregory was impressed by Judge Kim and allowed. Some of his opinions were veritably intriguing. They sat to begin the interview, and Judge Kim explained that he would gotten his launch in the assistant DA's office in New York. He allowed. Being on the bench was more satisfying, especially concerning indigenous matters. He believed that the meaning of the Constitution didn't change over time, and Alexis remarked that the billionaire Asher Alexander felt the same. The judge replied that he would no way met the man. Still, Alexis knew that Judge Kim had flown tossed Thomas with the billionaire on his private spurt to go deep ocean fishing. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Ken Schreiner isn't shy about participating his opinions on social media. So he lately spoke out about a story that he feels wasn't given a real chance to shine. It turns out Schreiner's complaint is substantially with himself, since his own choices were a big factor in why that happened. Let's look at what Schreiner had to say on X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. I don't suppose the Scotty Luke Laura story was ever paid off duly due to opinions made at General Hospital by me for a new cleaner in nice #Texas. We all got gypped. Schreiner said in his post. Of course, Schreiner is pertaining to his love triangle story with Luke Spencer and the character we now know as Laura Collins, which got cut short when he accepted NBC's offer to join a new cleaner called Texas back in 1980. Ken Schreiner has opened up about that on X ahead and indicated that the decision was economic at the time, but he eventually viewed it as a mistake. Fortunately, Schreiner latterly made his way back to GH and reprised the part that so numerous suckers have come to love over the times. Still, Scott's story with Luke and Laura no way reached its full eventuality due to Schreiner bolting at the wrong moment. Now that story is a distant memory, but Schreiner still remembers it well and spoke about it as he participated in Old Cleaner magazine cover. It's always delightful to enjoy blasts from the history like that. So plenty of suckers were agitated to see Schreiner post about the old boob. Ken Schreiner lately participated another snap of himself with Jenny Francis in their youngish times. So one longtime GH bystander piped up about all the good recollections Schreiner brought back. Thanks, I too have so numerous delightful recollections of those days, and sad those days are gone, but on to new effects that are staying. Schreiner replied. As for what's ahead for Scott Baldwin, our prognostications point to further Lucy co-drama since she's come so problematic at Deception recently. General Hospital spoilers say Scott may have some new fires to put out. So we'll bring you updates on any stunning news that's still to come. Thanks for watching if you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.